A construction company collapses, owing $2 million. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's check out this article from news.com.au about a Brisbane construction company, well, that's collapsed, owing millions of dollars. So, Brisbane building company collapses owing $2 million. Employees impacted by the company's demise are owed $320,000, while customer disputes have made it hard to recover some of the money. It's going to be a nightmare to recover some of the money. This never ends well. This is the continuation of the ongoing construction apocalypse. And for those of you who haven't been watching at home, you've got to remember the reason for all of this is our government coming to the rescue. This is artificial. Okay, the government came to the rescue by juicing the market, and they've been doing it, well, as long as I remember. And they intervene in the market, they stimulate housing for political purposes. This previous time was to keep the economy going when they locked everyone down, because housing is a very effective tool. You know, the money flows through the economy quite effectively. We've had the cash rate. It was down to 0.1%. It's climbed up now, and we'll look at some videos later tonight or probably tomorrow about the cash rate going up again. You're having some banks approaching 6%. It's a lot higher than it was. You've got home builder, which really overheated the market. I'm pointing to the blue line on this chart. You see that spike right up there? That's the home builder effect, everyone. That brought projects forward. But you also had builders that had to sign contracts that were fixed price because, well, they have to. And you've got inflated costs due to imported materials, shipping costs getting more expensive, supply issues, and labor costs. All of this coming to a head. And then weather is just painful. Trust me, I know. I'm in the middle of a construction project right now. You've got first home buyer grants, people getting into the market that otherwise couldn't have. And the risk is that now they'll be in trouble or they'll won't be able to manage the increasing rate in rises. Now, I think the majority should be okay. I suspect a lot of people will just toughen it out and do what they have to do. But we will see sob story after sob story on the ABC. They'll make it paint a picture like the whole world is coming to an end. And we just need to make sure we take more rights and responsibilities away from the individual. I mean, is it just me, or has it gotten worse? The lack of accountability in individuals. Has it gotten worse? Or is it just the high soy diet that everyone's having? People are getting emasculated. Anyway, going off topic again. You've got the government loan guarantees, 5% and 2%. Fortunately, it hasn't gotten as insane as the United States, but we need to make sure that it doesn't. Okay, we need to make sure it doesn't. You have negative gearing, which is part of our culture. You're never going to get rid of that. And super withdrawals, which the union-backed super funds and their media organizations tried to push the argument that it was just wasted away on gambling and boob jobs, although a boob job could be an investment. A lot of it was used to pay down debt, and which is not a bad thing if you're destroying the debt and not racking it up again. But if you just keep racking it up again, then, well, you're kind of stuck. So, and then now add to that, you've got shared equity models coming in. When did that become acceptable? Shared equity. So what we're seeing here, guys, is the outcome of all of this. Oh, and let's not forget my favorite issue. My favorite issue was here, where they were allowing zombie companies. You could trade while insolvent. I wonder how many of those trading while insolvent were a couple of years ago now, and it's finally filtered through to the business, because this can take time. I just wonder. Because the people that cop it, it's going to be the subbies, it's going to be the homeowners. So, there you go. What was it? Was it worth it? A luxury building company in Brisbane is the latest casualty in the construction industry as it collapsed, owing almost $2 million. So, the price of maybe one house or 1.5 houses, decent houses. The company, which specializes in luxury home renovations of inner city homes. Okay, so no, not definitely just one project probably. Was called Artstruct, and had been operating since 2006 before it went into administration. That has to hurt. I mean, think about that. You've been running a business for that long. And this is the problem with this. A lot of people, your business is your baby. It's like your child. It's something you've worked in. And for a man, it's a big part of your identity. And it's hard to let that slip away. And through no fault of your own, probably. Insolvency expert Jarvis Archer from Revive Financial was appointed to deal with the firm's collapse. He said the company had struggled after it suffered significant losses due to cost blowouts on materials, while customers remained on fixed price contracts. There you go. Artstruct had $844,000 of invoices and progress claims that were unable to be recovered, Mr. Archer revealed, due to disputes from customers and issues with its building license. This is messy. This is messy. A project that was completed doesn't look like it's completed. It looks like it's partially completed. They still have to get down the scaffolding. There you go. There's some foundations have been put in. Oh, there's so many memories for me doing concreting and stuff. The building firm had all of its 14 contracts terminated by customers and ceased to trade in January, he added. The director attempted to complete some of the works under his own building license, he told the Courier Mail. The company's debts also included $900,000 outstanding to the Australian Taxation Office, while $320,000 is owed to employees' super funds, and trade creditors are out of pocket $613,000. So could this be the ATO finally putting down the banhammer, finally starting to chase after some of these builders that we've heard all about? $600,000. The creditors. The builder requested Artstruct's license to be cancelled at the start of the year, according to the Queensland Building Construction Commission, which also showed a huge drop in the value of work being completed by the firm. Residential work undertaken by the company had topped $4 million in 2017, but plummeted to $1.4 million last financial year. I mean, is that a real project? Is it finished? Could be, or it could be a nice render. I mean, there you go. You're looking at a decent quality builds here. So, the construction industry is in crisis thanks to a perfect storm of supply chain logistics, skilled labour shortages, skyrocketing cost of materials, and extreme weather events, and the artificial intervention in the market of the government, which has overheated the sector and exacerbated all the problems, driven up prices, and meant that all the money that people got amounted to absolutely nothing. They never mention that. Why not? Am I the only one that's harping on about that? So dozens of builders alone have gone under, and we've looked at all of these in previous videos from Victoria to Queensland. Yes. And are there any more that we haven't heard of? Blint Builders collapsed, $1 million in debt. Basset Construction collapsed, owning $1.7 million. So I think I've missed out on those. I do want to start tracking these, and I've got people sending me information. I'm just struggling to find the time at the moment because, well, frankly, I'm doing my own build. So let's have a talk about this guy. Now, sadly, this is what happens when you have, well, a market that's regulated with fixed price contracts, and then you have a government using that same market to stimulate the economy. It creates issues. This is what happens. But Australians aren't going to be the type of people that really want a free market. I can't see the majority ever advocating for that. I think too many people want just a stable, safe market, and they're willing to sacrifice some freedoms and protections, and potentially, for people in the construction industry, in this example, catastrophic outcomes for their businesses for that. Hopefully, with time, more people will appreciate the fact that the government needs to start, not using different sectors like construction as a bloody economic pinata to hit to get economic stimulus. You think I'm being a bit hopeful there? But, hopefully these people will sort it out. I mean, they're luxury builds. You'd have to imagine the people doing it have the means to take care of this situation themselves. As always, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Check out my other YouTube channels, HeiseBim and HeiseSays International, for other content I create. And if you want to support us, there are a few ways you can. On YouTube or Patreon financially, you can use our referral links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Buy our pocket squares or call us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now. Oh well, another builder gone. Gotta feel sorry for them all.